years ago, the Romans perfected transporting water far away to sources such as aqueducts, which were channels built underground and sometimes more famously above ground to improve their quality of life. With a steady supply of fresh water, the term aqueduct means to conduct water, which is what water pipelines do. Today, our use of water pipeline is one of the most important parts to every irrigation system. We call the network of piping in the ground for these systems mainlines and laterals. The word mainline is used to define a pipe that is upstream that normally is the largest pipe on the job. Laterals are pipes that are downstream of the remote control valve, and it is the laterals deliver the water to the emission device in the field. Whether that be through sprays, MP rotors, or micro irrigation. There are three main types of pipes that will be used in an irrigation system for both laterals and mainlines: PVC, PE, and HDPE. PVC normally comes in 20-foot sticks from your distributor. It is most commonly found in a rigid, hard plastic form, and sometimes manufacturers can also produce flexible ones that come in rolls or coils in various lengths. PVC will most commonly be joined together with a combination of PVC primer and PVC solvent world solution. The process is commonly referred to as gluing, but in fact it is a chemical reaction to fuse the two pieces of PVC together. Primer begins the chemical reaction that softens the PVC and provides an evenly prepared surface for the solvent cement to be applied for the chemical fusion of the two pieces. PE is a flexible, less rigid pipe, normally thinner walled than PVC, and is commonly used in cold weather climates, or where a pipe can be pulled or easily displayed through the ground. It requires the insert fittings, also known as barb fittings, and pipe clamps to keep the two fastened securely to the fitting. HDPE is another commonly used pipe type in irrigation. While HDPE is not commonly used on residential properties, you will find it in larger commercial applications. It requires more practice and labor time to install. Common terms used for connecting or fusing this type of pipe are butt fashion and electrofashion. Visit an HDPE manufacturer's website to learn more about proper use and application. Here's some common things to remember for your mainline and laterals. Main lines commonly remain pressurized 24/7, while laterals are only pressurized when the station is running. This will be important to remember when selecting the Schedule 40 and class pipe. The number of class pipe, for instance, Class 200 or Class 315, indicates what pressure rating is for what type of pipe. Class pipe will normally be very thin walled at smaller sizes, and wall thickness will increase as the pipe size increases. The schedule refers to the wall thickness of the pipe. Schedule 40 is a thinner walled than Schedule 80. In Schedule 40 pipe, the wall thickness remains constant in all pipe sizes. For lateral lines, it is common practice to use Class 200, although some installers may prefer to use Schedule 40 to stay consistent with a pipe that is already being used throughout the whole installation. Class 200 pipe at any size has a pressure rating of 200 psi. If you're irrigating a project with non-potable water, it is recommended and sometimes mandated by local code to use purple pipe. Purple pipe will indicate that the water is traveling through the system is non-potable and should not be used for drinking fountain, hose pipes, or any other connection that someone may possibly drink from. This type of pipe is normally labeled with one of the following: recycled water, reclaimed water, or non-potable water. In all of these, the drinking water signs must be posted. Ultimately, it is important to read and determine what type of pipe will be used for the installation. It is important to read the entire specifications and construction details on your plans to determine what the proper depths of each pipe are before trenching for main lines and lateral lines. For main lines, an industry standard for most residential installations is 12 inches deep minimum to the top of the pipe, while commercial installations should be at a minimum of 8 inches. A good practice is to install them at 8 inches deep to the top of the pipe for residential installations and 12 inches deep for commercial installations. It's easier to dig a little bit deeper than you think you may need and return to it later to remove the pipe and retrench. These suggested depth numbers are based upon many variables, including job location, weather, and other types of elements. Please check your local codes to determine what the minimum expectations are in your area. When laying the pipe in an open trench, be sure to install the pipe with the wire facing directly up. Getting the habit of installing the pipe this way will make it easier when the inspector comes to check the installation of your irrigation system. The inspector will expect to see all the different types and matches to the specifications and the detailed drawings on the plans. If you're installing pipe that has bell-end fittings, you should always connect the long end of the pipe to the bell-end fittings and cut the pipe where needed into a T, ball valve, or other fitting that may need to go. All piping in the system should be sized to the amount of water that will be passing through it, always maintaining a safe velocity and flow. Moving water from a faraway source to individual locations is an innovative that has been used for many centuries. These days, techniques are much more refined, but the result is ultimately the same: a long-lasting, well-functioning irrigation system to support healthy landscapes. Mainline and laterals are the backbone to an irrigation system. When you begin your irrigation project, pick your pipes accordingly to their functions and read the plans to ensure that the changes of the pipe size in the field occur for what is noted on the plans.